Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/JustNoMil. In today's episode, JNMIL and her early morning visits. Work event I don't want to miss. MIL upset I hurt my ankle and insisted I just walk it off. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. JNMIL and her early morning visits. Hello, so I want to clarify that this is my ex JNMIL. Got separated a couple of months ago and I've been remembering several things that happened and just wanted to share, to vent so I can get closure on those things I had to remain silent about. Keep in mind that my ex-husband is 25. He used to have this shift that started at 6 a.m., meaning I had to get up usually at 4:30 a.m. or 4:45 a.m. to get everything together, make breakfast, etc. So, his mom used to let us live in one of the houses she has, and one day at 5 a.m. she walked in with 2 plates in her hand because she brought breakfast even though she saw the one I prepared on the stove and I was about to serve. My husband at the time made me put back all that I made and get her a coffee. We only had a coffee maker that made 2 cups back then, so they left me without coffee and didn't bring me a plate, so they sat together at the table, and when my husband went to his job this lady starts to tell me once again how I don't know how to do shit, how I'm useless, how I should take care of her son and my house, and started to move everything around as she liked, and I had to stop her and couldn't kick her out. Because 1. It was her house. 2. She used to complain to my husband and exaggerate everything I did, say. Keep in mind that I was bound to be well-behaved and on good terms with her since she runs the family as she wants with manipulation and guilt trips. Besides that, I was in a country that wasn't mine. Meaning that I didn't have anywhere to go or anyone outside of their family who could help me. So glad you got rid of your 2 problems. Thank you. At first I was too afraid, but now I'm feeling relieved. I got back to my home country, rented an apartment, and I'm buying my appliances. My mom has supported me greatly and everything in my life started to flow positively: work, friends, money. So glad he is your ex. May you have a happy, peaceful life without either of them. Thank you. Sounds like you'll never miss them. Good for you for being done. Thank you. TBH, at first was kinda scared and missing us, but something happened and made me realize it was never an us, but they, so it felt like I took off the blindfold and spread my wings. I'm glad you got out of that mess. She would have made you life miserable. And yes, I can say that was true. I'll post other things, but just to give you an example, she was the one that broke up with on my ex's behalf. She raised such a drip of a man that he couldn't find his own food, and you're the useless one. IKR. And he's not a bad person, but she turned him into a bit of a useless kind of person when it comes to surviving skills. Whoa, that is so incredibly rude. What horrible people. You'll be surprised by the other things that happened. Congratulations on having that mess in your rearview mirror. Hope it feels good to set it out in writing. Enjoy your freedom. And coffee. Lots of coffee in my own free space. Wow. Glad you got out of there. Work event I don't want to miss. I just recently got a really great job after being fired from my previous one. They are having a Christmas party that is a huge deal and I am beyond excited. I forgot about tickets MIL got for all the girls back in January to go to the piano guys. To be honest, I would so much rather go to the work event. MIL hasn't talked to me since DH and I got married. Not a word. The only reason she talks to DH is to ask for favors. She is not a nice person. She hasn't asked how my new job is. I don't want to spend time with her. I don't want to give up my work event to be near her for the entire night. After I texted her about my work thing, she goes, "I just wonder when you will want to be a part of our family. We invite you everywhere." She is basically guilt-tripping me. Any normal human would be like, "Oh dang it. We will miss you." Mind you, SH doesn't want me to be a part of the family. Since day one, I have never ever felt like I was a part of their family. I am an annoying extension of DH that she can't seem to get rid of. What do I do? Am I in the wrong? I just wonder when you will want to be a part of our family. Possible answers. When you start treating me with respect. How odd that you would conclude that prioritizing an event at my new job is a slight against you. It has nothing to do with you. It's regrettable that my work obligation falls on the same evening as your planned social event. It's equally regrettable that you weren't gracious when I notified you about this conflict 5 months in advance. You haven't spoken one word to me since the wedding. You might want to consider how that would make any normal person feel unwelcome and unwanted. And I just wonder when you will make the slightest effort to make me feel welcomed. Most people would have replied with words of support for my new job opportunity. You decided to go a different way. Do not under any circumstances apologize, even as a throwaway e.g. sorry about the conflict. When we apologize when we have done nothing wrong, we give away our power. There's no need for an apology on these facts, so you shouldn't offer one. Try something like this: MIL, after these last few months of radio silence from you, I do feel apart, as you put it, from the family, instead of feeling a part of the family, a full acknowledged member of the family. Honestly, I'm not sure how me receiving zero direct communication from you for weeks and weeks would make me feel welcome. Heck, I lost my job, found a new one, and have been trying to keep the family in the loop, but it feels like I'm sending messages into the void. This Christmas party isn't just for fun. It's an opportunity for me to socialize with upper management, to network with others in a relaxing situation, and perhaps allow them to see I'm a team player. I'm sorry to have to renege on attending the concert with you, but when I accepted your invitation months ago, I had no idea of the change in direction my career would take. I have to do what is best for my career, and for our financial security. Alright, text message has been constructed. As much as I want to freak out and go off on her, I really don't want to give her my energy. I'm sorry, but this job is very important to me, and even though it's an after-work function, all of my supervisors will be there. It's important I put my best face forward in this new job, and that includes interacting with my coworkers and bosses. I am more than happy to reimburse you for the ticket. Thank you for understanding. What do we think? I would take off the "I'm sorry but," and possibly add that this job is very important to me and but the main thing is that you had the grace and civility to give her over 4 months' notice. You're not the JustNo here. Hope it goes well. I wonder the same thing, considering that these are the first words you have said to me since I married DH. Let me know when the next outing is. Toodles. No, you aren't. Go to the party and enjoy. As for Mil, ID reply that as she hasn't spoken since the wedding, you were unaware that you had missed so many invitations. Oh no, she didn't go there. Go to your work party, but let her know that you are so sorry that she must have lost your contact information for all those invites for everywhere. You missed all of them. Shucks. And remind her that your calendar is pretty full for the next 6 months/year, so if there are other invites that got lost as well, she better resend those so maybe you can fit her in. Ta-ta. It's hilarious because I haven't received any invites to anywhere else. She hardly ever leaves her house. Girl, bye. I wouldn't go where I felt like an afterthought and unwanted. I'm sure she can find someone to take your ticket. When you book something so far in advance, you have to expect other things to come up. Your work event is more important, for networking and feeling like a part of the team, which can bring future benefits for your career. You are not in the wrong. Work events can further your career. Ditch her event. But maybe offer to reimburse her for the ticket. No reason to give her more ammunition. MIL upset I hurt my ankle and insisted I just walk it off. So I went on a girls' trip with my MIL and a couple of my SIL's friends. My SIL asked us to spend the weekend away to go wedding dress shopping with her. She's getting married in a few months. I agreed because although my MIL drives me crazy, I love my SIL and wanted to help her. This morning as we left the hotel, I fell and hurt my ankle. Bad. I immediately sat there for a while in agony. There was no way I could go shopping with them as I couldn't put any weight on or move my ankle. I wasn't even up off the ground yet before my MIL started in that I should be able to walk it off, saying I should be fine. SIL and her friends were concerned and had to help me walk back to the room. They agreed there was no way I could continue shopping. MIL states again, for like the fourth time, that I should be able to walk it off and moving it around will help. I snapped at her that I could not physically move it. She starts complaining that it's an inconvenience to take me back to my hotel room and they'd be pressed for time to make it to SIL's appointment. Then she starts saying over and over that it wouldn't have happened if I had been wearing better shoes and kept blaming me for inconveniencing them. SIL even was getting frustrated and told her to calm down. She was genuinely concerned. SIL has been texting me all day asking for updates on how I am. She insists on taking me to urgent care when they get back since I still can't put any weight on my leg. I can already tell MIL is going to be saying that I ruined the trip and is going to have an attitude. MIL did text me once, not asking how I am, but just hoping I could join them tomorrow, and it was disappointing I had to miss today. I feel really frustrated that MIL was so dismissive of my pain and kept pressuring me to move when I physically couldn't. It was an accident, I didn't do it on purpose. Am I overreacting? Update: they just got back to the hotel and MIL is insisting I don't need to get it checked out and just having a good night's rest will help and I should be good tomorrow. SIL and everyone else are still suggesting I go to the doctor. Boo boy. My daughter had a small fall and hurt her ankle and she was told to walk it off. 5 months later, she found out that she had 4 fractures in her foot and tendons ripped off the bone. 2 surgeries later she is still in pain and has problems walking. She was only 26 when this happened. Please get your ankle checked. To hell with MIL and anyone else. Go to urgent care. Had this same situation with a student, the nurse practitioner's professional advice was, if you can't take 3 steps bearing weight on that foot, your ankle is almost certainly broken or you've torn ligaments. I would probably wait until tomorrow morning to go to an urgent care type place, unless you think something is seriously wrong. If you go tonight, you and anyone who goes with you could be waiting for hours. Call the front desk, ask if they have ice packs and if they have crutches you can borrow. If they don't have ice packs, ask for plastic bags to fill with ice. For tonight, take Advil or Tylenol if you can to reduce the swelling. Cover your ankle with a towel, put ice on it regularly. Try to keep it elevated. When you get a minute without MIL there, tell SIL that her mom has probably been looking forward to seeing her try on wedding dresses since she was born. You need her to focus on having fun dress shopping, or you'll never hear the end of this. You'll keep her updated tomorrow, she doesn't have to worry about you. Either get a taxi or Uber to urgent care first thing in the morning, or let them drop you off. Insist you'll be able to get back to the hotel on your own, we'll get some rest, meet them there after they're done shopping. Get SIL's friends to back you up. Being away and injured sucks, I'm sorry. To have your MIL act like a dismissive makes it a ton worse. I fell and sprained my ankle. Turned out not only was it fractured but a tendon was torn. The ankle bones have a lot of fine bones and easily snap tissues. I walked on mine for days before I knew it was broken. And went to the doctor for a sprain with no idea it was broken. So, get that thing X-rated. All it took for me was to roll my ankle stepping down on uneven ground. It does not take much to break little foot bones. You might never even guess you have a break or fracture. So get that thing X-rated. I'm trying to picture what an X-rated foot looks like. Seriously, I feel that, and I feel for OP. My mother was the same way as her MIL, and that ankle I twisted stayed weak for years. I hope you go have your ankle checked out. Get some crutches while you are at the ER. Go to urgent care. You haven't ruined the trip. MIL will still go about her business. SAL needs to tell her to shut her clap trap because her incessant repeating is just showing how uncaring and selfish MIL is. Thank goodness your MIL is clearly in possession of X-ray vision. Please have your ankle checked by someone who knows what they're talking about. The good old school ladies telling you to put a little bit of cream on it or drink a miracle tea and it will go away. Oh, and we are the snowflakes for running to the doctor at every little pain. I am rolling my eyes to the back of my head right now. Go to the ER, even if it's just sprained, they will give you good instructions on how to take care of it so it heals faster. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.